Hello, everyone. Welcome to Toku Thrill. I'm Riley, by the way. I realized I never said that once last time. It was in the title, but I didn't say it. So I'm Riley, everybody, if you didn't know. And I'm of course here with Mr. Nightster once again.
Hello again.
And we're talking about Yellow Rangers today. That's right. Probably one of the highest hit rates of any color. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's not one in every season. There should be.
It's
Justice for Yellow Rangers.
justice for yellow because they tend to be some of the best in
They
some
do,
seasons.
and we'll talk about that as we go along. So here's Trini. You see, I know
Ah,
it's hard to criticize Trini for a lot of people, considering the tragic fate that her actor met. But for the same reason
yeah,
that we can praise Jason despite Austin St. John's flaws, I think that we can talk about Trini openly despite the actress's circumstances. We're talking about the character, not the actress. I like
yeah,
Trini. She's good. I don't think she's S tier good. I think she's an A tier Yellow Ranger.
yeah. I do agree. She was a solid A, but not top of the top.
Like she's
Especially as
good.
being,
She did some good stuff. She was a really good character. But I think there are just a few that are S tier that kind of stand above her significantly enough that I'd want her down in A tier.
yeah.
Then there's
But
Aisha, who I like better than Trini, but that's just my weird thing. I don't know how you feel about her.
well, again, I've never
Oh
seen
shit, you've never seen a lot of Mighty
um,
Morphin.
a lot of a My Morphin I haven't watched.
So here's
I,
here's a welcome to the next episode of Nightster has to be complicit in my hot takes because he doesn't know any better.
which we'll get back to later on
Yeah.
if we
Um,
remember from the last episode.
yep, we sure will. But oh yes, we certainly will because I know what season you're talking about, and
Yep.
yeah. So
Uh,
Aisha, I think just has like a solid personality. She's not S tier. That would be unfair. She's A tier. I want to put her above Trini just because I like watching her more. She's not she's not anything amazing. She's not like this amazing. She's not the best on her team by any stretch. But I think she's an extremely solid Yellow Ranger. I like her personality. I like Karen Ashley's portrayal after the first few episodes where she kind of has to figure out how to act. Once she gets past that hurdle, then she's pretty good. Um, a lot of people don't like her. I don't know why. I just she's always a delight to me. I am one of the
okay.
only defenders of the second Mighty Morphin team, so that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Titus, D tier, nobody cares.
Who even are you, you faceless little yellow?
You're not Delphine or Sestro, so you don't matter.
Get out.
Tanya.
Tanya. I like Tanya.
I like Tanya a lot. I feel like it's weird because for every other like color, I feel like I'm gonna be pushing for Zordon era really hard in S tier. It seems like yellows really got better later. Like they're
That is
solid A
true.
tiers, but I don't think they're S. Like I think Tanya, I like Tanya more than Trini. I personally don't like her more than Aisha. I would put her in A tier between the two of them.
Yeah. Oh, I can agree on that. Like, I, I think all of the three in space yellows are solid, but they're not like the top.
Speaking of in space, Ashley, yellow. Um,
Speaking of in space, Ashley,
oh fuck!
yellow.
I meant to say thinking of in space yellow Ashley, but I got fucking brain jumbled.
In space, Ashley, yellow.
Yes, the in space Ashley Ranger yellow.
Oh, she was
Ashley
really good.
Ashley is definitely better than every Yellow Ranger we ranked so far. I don't know if
Yeah.
she's S tier. I'm thinking long and hard about it.
Is it top of A or S? Because she was really good. Like I don't want to say she had a leader mentality, but she,
She wasn't
I
a
feel like,
leader, surely, but she was somebody who kind of had to rise. Like she starts
yeah,
as kind of like just your classic like airheaded hot teen, and then she I mean, like the high school stereotype, by the way, and I'm not saying hot teen, like, shut up. Just like the high school stereotype of the hot teen, like Carlos is lusting over her in the first episode they're in. Like she's just like the popular cute girl, and she has to kind of rise to the occasion of being a Power Ranger. And I think through Turbo and then especially into In Space, she goes through like a lot of development and maturity. And she has a good personality and she's a good character. I like her.
yeah.
Also, she was an adult when she played Ashley, so I actually can say she was a hot teen.
Okay.
She was an
I'm just not.
adult.
I'm just not gonna comment on that at all. I think that's in
She was in
my
her
best
20s.
interest not to comment.
She was in her 20s, man.
I'm I'm not going against what you're saying. I'm just.
She was dating Johnny Young Bosch. That's how she got on the show.
Was she?
Yeah. She funny
That's
story. Funny story. This Tracy Lynn Cruz is allegedly not a great girl, or at least she was not back in the day. Because apparently she was dating Johnny Young Bosch, used him to get on Power Rangers, and then dumped him and stole his car.
Oh my god, she was a bitch.
Yeah, but it's just good enough actress to play a good character named Ashley. And you know
Yeah.
what? Just so S tier doesn't get too bloated, because I know later I'm gonna be throwing shit up there pretty
So am I.
liberally.
So am
So
I.
top of A tier,
Yeah, top of A.
A for Ashley.
Yeah, A for Ashley. Maya.
Serena Vincent, Maya. I don't know why I wanted to say the actress name so bad.
Serena Vincent.
Serena Vincent, my favorite Yellow Ranger. Um, Maya. Now I feel like A tier is gonna get bloated because like she's really good, but I don't think she's good enough for S tier. I don't think she's quite as good as maybe she's B tier actually, because I don't think she's better than Trini. So she's either bottom of A or top of B.
Hmm.
How do you feel about Maya? You watched Lost Galaxy.
I don't remember much of it.
Ah, beans.
So, man, most of my knowledge comes from
I don't blame you.
Wild,
Lost Galaxy kind of
Wild
sucked.
Force and Beyond. Well, I guess Time Force as well, where I really started.
Yeah, Lost Galaxy was kind of lame, but Maya was one of the better parts of it. I don't think. Yeah, she's probably top of B tier. She's a B tier Yellow Ranger. I think I like her, but
Yeah,
she's not amazing.
yeah, I'd say Beta.
Kelsey,
Okay,
I was letting you take it on that one because I know you're the Lightspeed
yeah,
Rescue stan.
I am a Delightsby stan, and I really want to put her in S. I really do.
You see, I like Kelsey a lot, but
Like,
Ashley is kind of a stopping point. I don't know if I like her more than Ashley.
yeah, it's like she's got this stoic attitude about her, which we really needed in
I don't know if stoic's
Rangers
the right word
in
for
her
Kelsey. I
season.
feel like Dana was the more stoic girl of the group. Kelsey was very like bubbly and fun.
Oh yeah, that was right.
You
I,
think you thinking
I'm
of Dana?
I'm mixing up the Lightspeed girls. Oh my god,
Yeah, no, Kelsey is fun and bubbly and is gay also. Is something about her.
is that canon?
I don't know if it's canon, but I think the entire fan base at large has agreed on it, so it's basically canon. I don't know if you remember the episode, but there's an episode where she rescues a girl named Nancy, and their relationship is
Oh,
very gay vibes, extremely gay vibes.
very. Yeah, I remember watching that and thinking, "Oh god, are they actually gonna do this?" And they didn't do
They
it,
did not do it.
and I am mad. we didn't get the representation earlier than we did.
You know what? Fuck it. I love my yellow girls. I'm not gonna be shy about it. I'm moving Ashley up to S tier, and then I'm putting Kelsey in S tier below her. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes, here we go.
Then there's Katie.
Who
Katie is
also
amazing, but they did not do enough with her.
no, I loved her personality though. Like she was
Extremely good personality. I think the episode where she goes back in time might be one of my favorite episodes of Time Force.
she was so protective over everyone, and like she she just wanted to keep everyone safe and happy.
Yeah, the more I think about Katie, the more I'm thinking maybe she is the best one we've ranked so far.
Especially her relationship with Trip.
Yeah, that's fun. That's another thing where like I like the relationship with characters, even if I don't like the characters themselves. Hot take, not a big Trip fan. We'll talk about that when we do Black and Green. But
Oh yeah. I
her,
can't wait for that one. There's gonna be so many.
well, they're just be there's gonna be less than there are Reds. I think.
It might be more because there's been multiple Max
I
blacks
guess
and reds
there's
from
been a couple seasons where there's a black and a green, but that's kind of a new
yeah.
phenomenon.
Yeah, like in Mighty Morphin even there was
Mighty
black and
Morphin, and then from
although
there on,
does
it's one per team up until
although
Dino Charge.
does Tommy count in that sense? Because he was a 6,
That's
the,
weird.
the green.
It's
I will think about that when we do the green and black video. For now, it's Katie.
I put Katie at top of S tier. I don't know if you want to argue that Ashley or
I
Kelsey
am.
hold more merit, but
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with that. Katie is top of S.
she's not going to stay top of S. I promise you. But she's top of S for
She
now.
won't. Right now, she is definitely.
Speaking of her not staying the top of S, hi Taylor.
Hi Taylor. Yep, you're going right there. Top of S. No discussion needed.
She is the best.
And she should have been the leader.
And now
We spoke about this.
I have to run out for a second. Night, make sure you cut it out this time. Sorry about that
I,
one, guys.
I will cut this out.
See you
Uh,
soon, folks. See you in literally instantaneously. Okay. Welcome
and we're
back,
back.
everybody. So yeah, Taylor, the GOAT, the best. We love Taylor in this house.
So,
What happened to the I'm on the wrong fucking browser. That would help.
I honestly.
I
I
was
do
like, why is the
genuinely.
tier list not have anything on it anymore? Why did it restart? Oh, because I opened it in a different browser by accident.
Yeah. I do think though that Taylor might stay at the top of S tier for the entire list.
We're
I
gonna have
don't
a
see that.
couple arguments, buddy. Let me tell you. She deserves to be pretty high in S tier. We'll get there. One fun part of Taylor is that she is part of the only widely accepted um semi-canon cross series ship, which is a fun thing that she has going for her.
Oh yeah, with her and Eric.
Yes. Although there is one other that people won't accept because here's Riley watches Power Rangers way too much and has a lot of thoughts about it, the segment. Um People assume that if two Power Rangers are romantically involved and there's no big like breakup episode like there was with Kim and Tommy, they stay together forever. But if you're watching Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder and you pay attention to it as it goes along, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that both Tori and Blake and Kira and Trent broke up off screen at some point. Because as the series goes on, they start to show no romantic interest in each other. Like, Kira does not. The Dino Thunder ends with a prom. Kira does not take Trent to that prom.
I would also like to point out on that exact train of thought, there is a scene in the crossover
This is
where
what I was about to bring up. I think you're beating me to it, but go ahead.
yeah. It's because you reminded me of it when you mentioned both of them. Where Trent and Kira are drawing and they see Blake and Kira goes over to Blake, and Trent just gives this look of almost jealousy, like he misses Kira in that way, but nothing is said about it.
Yeah, nothing is said about it. So obviously he's not in a position to be like, hey, why are you flirting on this guy? Because they're broken up. And that's what I was gonna mention. The other cross series
Yeah.
ship that I think might be real is Kira and Blake. Cause oh man, was Kira hot for Blake. It was uncomfortable. She wanted that man and she wanted him bad.
Justice for Trent, man. He deserved better.
Listen, Blake's a pretty attractive dude. I don't know.
I mean, true.
Hard to compete with. Then there's Dustin over here.
Dude, I love this character so much.
I love Dustin. I think he's great. I think he's probably close to top for me in Ninja Storm. Tori's obviously the top, but I think he might be second
Obviously.
place. Um, Dustin, fun, good, has a lot of great moments, a lot of good character stuff. He's not just comedic relief either. Um, I
Yeah,
think he's
no,
really good. I probably
I
like him
love
better than Kelsey, so I think he's S tier, but I think he's below Ashley.
I love that emotional scene with him and Mara, I think.
Yeah,
It was
Mara.
it
I
was
do
one of
like
the
that little subplot of him and Mara having that weird forbidden love and betrayal and
yeah, it's that betrayal that I was gonna bring up, where he was like, "No one makes a fool of me," and he genuinely looked betrayed and upset.
he really did. It's weird having watched Hurricaneger, to bring it back into Sentai. I know this is a Toku channel. You're looking to hear about that
Yeah.
Japanese shit. They actually flipped the characters there. Because there is a
No.
story in Hurricaneger where Furabijo, who is Mara, um, befriends one of the Power Rangers and then betrays them. But it's not yellow; it's blue. Her and Blue become gal pals, and then she betrays her.
Oh man, that were they always a bitch to the blues?
Yeah, I don't know. They had Nanami, who is the Blue Ranger in Hurricaneger. She's like a singer, like a pop
I know
star of some
who.
sort, and her and Furabijo start a girl group. When Furabijo's like, "I ran away from the bad guy. I'm good now," and then she betrays her, and it's sad. And then
Man,
she
thinking that I don't know who
then
Nanami
she
is.
then she kicks her ass. Listen. I was saying that partially for the audience. I don't know
Oh
what you
yeah.
do and do not
Oh yeah.
know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I'm thinking above Kelsey, below Ashley, and S for Dustin. What do you think?
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I do think he belongs in S tier.
Our S tier is going to be much larger than any of the other tiers. I can already see it.
It's gonna have 2 rows.
Yeah, probably. Speaking of S tier Yellow Rangers, Kira.
Kira. We can't put her in any other tier.
No, Kira. Kira. You remember I said Connor was my least favorite member of the Dino Thunder team. Kira,
Here is your favorite.
even counting Tommy when we're just basing it on Dino Thunder and nothing else, is my favorite member of the Dino Thunder team.
Mine is Trent,
Yeah, that's fair. The Trent's pretty good, but
which is probably mostly because his suit is
I'm a big
badass.
Kira
And
stan. This is the first one that I would argue goes above Taylor. I imagine I'm not going to defeat you in this fight, but I think
no,
she's at least above Katie, and I would put her above Taylor.
I will compromise just below Taylor.
Okay, fine. Just a punk rock Avril Lavigne wannabe. If you listen to Cassidy or Avril wannabe because they couldn't say her full name, or they would get in trouble.
Yeah,
Then there's Z.
Z is one of the few that if you wanted to to argue goes over Taylor, I would probably but I would probably give in to.
I mean, I was gonna say S tier, but I was gonna put her below Katie even.
Oh dang.
Like I like Z a lot, but she's
He's amazing.
I love the SPD cast so much that if you go into like my top Power Rangers, I think I wrote out a list and like 10 to 15 was just the entire SPD cast. So I have a love for them, the main five anyway. But Z is one of the weaker links there for me. I like her a lot, but I don't think she topples Katie. Katie is just a very strong. Time Force has a lot of very strong characters, and Katie is one of them. And I feel like Z has a hard time breaking. Honestly, personally, I'd probably put her below Dustin, but I'm willing to concede that.
Mm,
I'm willing to compromise and put her as high as below Katie, but I'd probably put her below Ashley and Dustin too.
yeah, I'd say probably just below Ashley's just to even out.
Okay. Now, I don't even think I feel that way. I think okay, hold on. I think I like Dustin more than Ashley.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that looks better. That feels better. And then there we go. That looks a lot better. Chip.
Shit.
I am a Chip fan. I don't know
He was
Chip's
so
S
good.
tier. I feel like he might be a top of A style looking guy.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Chip, but you know, he's not a highlight of his season in the same way that a lot of these other yellows are.
On his own, no, he's not.
Yeah,
I,
as part of the unit, he's amazing. Like I love him. That's why he's top of A tier. I'm putting him above Aisha, which, contrary to what other people might believe, is a pretty high bar as far as I'm concerned. I think
yeah.
he's pretty good. Then we get to Ronnie. Ronnie
Who is going to
might
be
be
S
my
tier?
favorite Yellow Ranger of all time. Ronnie is she kicks ass, she takes names. She has Taylor vibes. 100% deep Taylor vibes. Um there's an argument to be made. They never really Overdrive's one of those seasons where they never really say this guy is the leader. And based on behaviors, there's a strong argument to be made that maybe Ronnie was even the leader of that team. And she definitely deserves to be because she kicks ass and I love her and she's great and she's my favorite and I love her so much. I
I feel like I'm not going to be able to convince you to put her anywhere below top of S tier, so I'm not going to even
I'm
try.
willing I'm willing to give you Taylor top of S tier. Taylor I think is like the poster child for like the best type of Yellow Ranger, where she's the one on the team who's like, hey, other idiots, get your fucking act together, okay? We're gonna we and like I think Ronnie fits in that too sometimes. Although Ronnie, I feel like has more of a gentle side than Taylor, which might she's more layered than Taylor is, which is why I might personally like her better. But Taylor, I think, is a perfect poster child for like what a Yellow Ranger should feel like vibe wise. So I'm willing to put her below Taylor, but beyond that,
All right, yeah. So between Taylor and Kira,
she doesn't get enough in Overdrive. By the way, that is a problem. But what she gets is so amazing that
if you're
I
not
love
red,
her.
you don't get enough.
That's
that
true.
seems to be the thing. Reds just get all the focus.
Which I think Overdrive did pretty good on splitting the focus between like red, but splitting the focus between the boys. But I think the girls kind of suffered.
I tell you who didn't suffer though.
Lily,
Lily.
yes, yes, Lily. This S tier is getting pretty packed, but I think she belongs
It
in there.
is. She does. I mean, she had so much to work with, and she pulled it off really well. She was this great, um, life of the party dance type. She was amazing.
Yeah, she was life of the party.
She was so sweet as well.
Yeah, she fits kind of like that Taylor and Ronnie archetype in some way, where she is like kind of the get your act together of the team, but she also is much more leans into like the compassionate and nice side too. She just is. she has a little bit more emotional maturity than the boys, I think, and that's why she kind of takes authority in a lot of cases.
Actually, Theo.
Especially Theo, yes, correct. And where do I think she goes here? I think
Okay,
she's definitely
let's
better than
go.
Kelsey and Ashley. So the next question is Z.
Is Z or Lily better? Personally, I'd say that Lily beats Z, but that's just my personal opinion.
I'm okay with that. I think I'm willing to put her above Z, but I think Dustin's the stopping point. I don't think I would put her above
Yeah,
Dustin. Justin, that's
nah,
a different
neither.
guy.
That's a different video, and that's a
That's a
different
whole
tier
different
entirely,
discussion.
and that's a whole other tier. Down to the bottom, you where you belong, you piece of trash.
Well, that's a whole other argument we're gonna have to have in the Blue Ranger video. Summer.
Summer was amazing. Like,
You see,
uh,
where Scott is the weakest link of RPM, I feel like Summer's kind of the second weakest.
I like Summer, but
Like she has a bad case of didn't get enough syndrome, I think.
exactly that's what like I want to like her more than I can because she didn't really get what she needed.
I don't even know that I would necessarily put her above Kelsey. I feel like this is the top of A or bottom of S situation.
Here's my question though. Do
Hmm.
we think that she is better than Chip?
Uh Honestly, now that you mention it, I didn't want to be too mean, but probably not.
Yeah, because I didn't think so. Like I think Chip was a lot better than her, and mostly through what we've seen them in and and how we've seen their journeys and what they bring to the team as a whole.
That's fair. Then there's Emily, who I used to like a lot, but upon watching the show and again in my old age and realizing just how bad the acting was, she's a
Oh
pretty bad perpetrator of that.
God, the acting was horrible.
It was a special kind of bad, the acting in Samurai and Megaforce specifically. I don't know what their fucking casting was up to at that time.
I'm not sure if it was the casting or if it was the
I
directing.
used to think when I was young and I watched it, I'm like, okay, so they're fine out of suit, but their ADR is fucking terrible, which their ADR is terrible, but even out of suit, they can't sell a line to save their lives.
They
Except for
really can't.
Antonio and Lauren. Those are the only ones.
And the thing is, Super Megaforce was my cousin's favorite season.
He
And
needs to be examined via a mental
yeah,
professional.
yeah, I know, man.
I
I
like
get,
I still like
I like
Emily. I like
Voltaire.
I like how she's written. I like the character.
Yeah, Emily was
I think she's
nice
in terms of
concept.
character, I like her better than most of the Samurai Rangers. Like probably besides the aforementioned Antonio and Lauren and Mike probably, I would probably put her right below those three. She's fine. I don't think she's as good as Maya. Do I want to cast her off to C tier so we have one? I feel like that's too mean. I want to put her bottom B.
I feel like maybe put her in bottom B for now, and if there isn't a C tier by the end of the video,
We'll revisit.
maybe revisit. Yeah,
Then there's Gia, who is the best part of an awful season, but that isn't saying much.
she is the strongest link out of the entire cast.
She's the strongest link of the weakest, rustiest chain you've ever seen.
She carried that show so hard, but it wasn't enough to save it.
No. And even her, like, she's fine, but she's not anything special. I don't like her as much as Emily now that I think about it. The Gia might be our C tier.
Yeah, maybe. It pains me to put her there because as a character, I do kind of like her a bit, but
I like her, but she does not get almost anything. And also she's the best apple on a rotten tree, but that doesn't mean she's perfect. The
yeah, I
tree's
mean,
still rotten.
the next best apple on that tree is Noah, and even
do,
he's
do I
just
agree with that? I feel like the next best apple on that tree is Jake to me.
Jake.
I like Jake.
Bro, I'd have put him way below.
Honestly, I feel like I kind of like them all except for Troy, but they're just in general not a great cast. Except for Robo Knight. Actually, you see Gia, you think Gia's the best ranger, but then you forget about Robo Knight and you realize that that's the best Megaforce
Yeah,
character.
I
Um,
can agree on that much at least.
C tier for Gia, I think.
Yeah.
Calvin.
I
I
do not remember this guy.
You
I'll
see,
be
I
honest.
I've seen 10 episodes of Ninja Steel. I literally do not remember a single thing about this man.
Nor do I, and I've seen the entire show. The only thing I can remember is this weird scene where he gets something stuck to his head and he's forced to just run and he can't stop running. That's all I remember happening to him.
I know Crow Royalty likes him, so sorry Crow if you're watching, but seemingly pretty forgettable. I would say I don't think he's D tier. I don't have any hatred for him as I do Titus, but he's C tier below Gia, I think.
Yeah, bottom C.
Then there's
And
Zoe.
moving on
You
to
thought we were done
Zoe.
with the S tier? Oh, you were wrong.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say that, otherwise we would have fought because
Zoe is maybe one of my favorite Power Rangers of all time, and that's based on 9 episodes of Beast Morpher. She's just so good. She's just so good. Why is
wait
she
until
so good?
you finish the season because oh my god, she only gets better.
She has that perfect like attitude where it's like
There's so
from the very beginning, before she's anything, her like primary objective is to help the people around her. She has that little catchphrase that I really wish I could remember the exact words of.
um
Something
let me
about
find it.
big problems that I really liked in the first episode when she said it.
Zoe catchphrase because I can remember it, but I'm not afraid of big problems. I solve
Solve
big
big
problems.
problems. Yes. Hard line used expertly in the pilot multiple times. She's just a go-getter in the perfect way. She is the portrait of a Power Ranger. Her even before she was given this opportunity, just truly what she wanted to do in her heart was help the people around her.
Like she is what a ranger should be.
And she the moment she's in that situation, she handles it perfectly. Even before she has powers, she's the leader of the pack basically when her and Devin are fucking trolling around HQ getting into trouble. She is the best. I love her. I like her more than Kelsey. Like her more than Ashley.
Yeah,
I think I like her more than Z2 and
I
Lily
do.
probably. Honestly, I might have to be stopped here. She's gonna go too high. Um,
I was gonna say she might hit like the top of S.
I think I like her better than Dustin. Katie might be the stopping point. I think she's below Katie.
Maybe.
Maybe she's above Katie. She's not above Kira. That's 100% the stopping point. Do you think she goes above or below Katie?
Oh, that's a hard question because they have very different outlooks on their positions as yellows, but they pull off what they're trying to do really, really well in their own ways. So it's really hard to balance it.
I think I'm gonna start binging Beast Morphers like immediately when we're done with this recording. This just reminded me how much I love Zoe.
I say do it.
I also like Steel. I am concerned he will overstay his welcome with how silly he is, but we'll see.
He is funny. I do like Stu.
That's the unfortunate thing about Beast Morphers is I feel like in terms of character quality, it's the Zoe show guest starring the other Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's like the same problem with Nick in Mystic Force.
Except it's not, because I'm sure that's not how the show is handled. I'm sure
It
Devin gets more
it's not.
spotlight than Zoe, but in terms of character quality, she should be running the show. She should be red. Devin
She
should
should
be
be.
putting that fucking yellow suit on.
Thing is, I actually made um like a recolor edit of
Zoe's
her suit
red.
of her suit just to make it red because I thought she fit the role. I did it
Yeah.
with Taylor as well.
So what are you thinking? You're the Time Force authority, so I'm gonna leave it to you, above or below Katie.
I'm not the Time Force authority on this channel.
Well,
Sorry.
you're the Time Force authority between the two of us.
When two of us, like, yeah.
I've seen Time Force. I like Time Force. You have had a strong fascination with it for many years before I saw it, so I know you have more
Yeah.
than me.
And I'm sorry, Zoe, but my strong attachment to Time Force and especially Katie is putting Katie above.
That's fair.
I just love Katie as a character.
And I think you were right about that S tier meme, because I think Min's going there too, which will give us 2 rows. you've got
Unless
you've gone
I'm
silent,
missing
which makes me
something.
think that you have a disagreement here.
No, I'm trying to think because unless our aspect ratios are different,
It might be.
then yeah, because I haven't got 2 rows, even if I put her in there.
Maybe I'm wrong. You know, it starts the second row when I put her in there.
Yeah, it doesn't on mine, but I think it's because I've got a wide screen.
I'm trying to take her off the tier list because I didn't mean to drag her up here yet, but it won't let me. So right now she's sitting at bottom of D tier. That's not where she's staying though. We got to figure out where she's actually going.
Somewhere in S, you're
Somewhere in
saying.
S, I think. Do you agree? How do you feel about Min?
At the start, to be honest, I didn't really like her. I kind of felt she was just this brat.
Well,
But
I would like to remind you, Nightster, teenagers with attitude.
I know. But in case you didn't hear, there was a but.
There was a but.
I
Okay.
I was going to um what's the word? Brain, help me out here. Expand? No, I was gonna
Elaborate.
expand. I was gonna elaborate by um by saying that that is exactly what this show is about. It's about kids that have attitude and are willing to do the right thing, even if it means getting in danger.
Yeah, and it's like her heart. The thing about this is like she has that perfect like shitty hero teen where it's like she's a shitty teen, but she's putting her shitty teen energy in the right place. She's just going about it the wrong way because she's so aggressive and hormonal. She wants to help the Power Rangers. She wants to defeat Rita or whatever. She from the very start, she is her heart's in the right place. It's for the wrong reasons to some extent. She has to kind of learn to get it to be for the right reasons and to handle it in a way that's better. But I think her heart's in the right place from the start because like
Yeah.
she wants to beat the bad guy, and I like that about her. And I think she is extremely well acted. Shout out to Charlie Kirsch, I believe. I know it's Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Let me look it up. Men actress. Charlie Kirsch. Yeah.
Yes, yes, okay. Charlie Kirsch puts in a hell of a performance. I think she carries, the spirit of her mother quite well. Um
Which
perhaps
is
perhaps my love of Min might be slightly influenced by just my love of Once and Always in general. But I think she's extremely good. A good new generation Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. They handled it extremely well. Uh, I think she's S tier. I think she's at least better than Ashley, and we have to talk through it from there.
Before we go into um talking about her actual placing in S tier,
Mm-hmm.
one thing I do want to mention is about her reason for wanting to be a ranger
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that sh she never wanted to be selfish or anything. Like, honestly, a couple of rangers could have been, or a lot of teens in that situation. She just wanted justice for her mother. She found out about Rita just destroying her, and just went, right. I need justice because this is wrong. And she went out of her way just to like.
Well, I mean, I think the
She
arc is kind of that it starts as like a lust for vengeance, which then evolves into a desire for genuine justice.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, but both my stammer and my brain lacking for words to come up with
That's why I'm
like
here, Nightster. I had the words ready
like
for
that,
you.
like there, because that was not how you should say that sentence. Brain lacking words. No,
Brain
um,
lacking word material.
brain lack word. Okay, so above Kelsey and Ashley, is she above Z?
Hmm. Hmm. That's a hard one. I think she might beat Z for me, but I think that's where it ends. I think she's below Lily.
Yeah, I can agree on that. And I think that ends the list.
So you want to run us through our rankings here?
Okay, I think I might have m
Did you?
mixed up the A rankings at some point, so if it sounds wrong, you might have to let me know so I can, rearrange it on my end.
Okay.
But in our only D tier is, um,
Titus.
Tidus or Tidi I always say Tidius, it's Tidus.
Tidius. It's spelled like Tidius, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Titus.
It makes sense because they're from an alien. Was it from an alien planet? They're aliens. And they're from a water-based planet, and they've got, like, water powers, so Tide us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um, oh my god, I've just realized they all have water-based nicknames. Tidus, Delphine, Dolphin, um, was it Sir what's the blue one?
Sestro. Obviously,
Uh,
that's a water thing.
Sestra, like, Crystal cr you know what I'm trying to get at here. Um, Orico, uh,
Might be where this falls apart.
yeah, how about the black one? Was it Caucus?
Porcus, yes.
Okay, yeah, Caucus and Orico kind of fall apart, but most of them have water-based names. We have Titus in D, then in C tier we have Calvin and Gia. In B tier we have Emily and Maya. In A tier we have Aisha, Tanya.
Okay, we've already.
Yeah, I thought so. Those three, I was like, wait, something seems wrong there.
Trini's at the bottom behind Tanya.
But then where's Aisha?
She's above Tanya, below Summer.
Okay. Okay, the fixed A is I stammer. I get a word out.
You can do it, Nightster. I believe in you.
Don't patronize me. No, that was a joke. There's it's Trini, then Tanya, then Aisha, then Summer, then Chip, and then the goats of S tier is Kelsey, Ashley, Z, Min, Lily. I blanked on her name there. Dustin, Zoe, Katie, Kira, Ronnie, and the best of the best, which I said she would be, Taylor.
Taylor Earhart. That's right. We stand Taylor in this house.
We stand Taylor. You didn't believe me. You said there'd be some arguments, and there were a few debates,
For me, if
but
I was doing this on my own, I might have ended up putting Taylor below Ronnie and Kira. But that was a collaborative effort.
I would have been fine putting her below Ronnie, to be honest.
You would have been fine putting her below Ronnie because you don't know anything about Ronnie.
That's true.
I don't know if you'd be fine putting her below Kira. I feel like we had an argument to the
Oh
contrary.
no, no. Don't get me wrong, I like Kira a lot. That's why she's in S tier. Because we both like her. But she's not above Taylor, in my opinion.
That's fair. I just dig Kira's vibes a lot. I probably like her more than most people. I'm into
Yeah,
fucking punk rock and Avril Lavigne, so she's perfect for me.
and she does sing really well.
She does. Emma Lahana's got
Oh,
some pipes on her.
she does, yeah.
Folks, that's it for our Yellow Ranger tier list. Got some more colors to go. See you soon.
And more video ideas when we think of them.
Yep. This one happens to have a lot of mileage, which is good. But then when that's done, we gotta think of more.
Yeah. Oh, but don't worry. I've got ideas in the works.
Oh, of course. Nightster's been sitting on this channel for years. You think he hasn't been thinking about this shit? He's got ideas.
Hey, there's been um some reasons beyond the channel that videos haven't been posted, but we're back, and I've been thinking about the channel since my own tier list of all the suits, and I've come up with so many ideas. So yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, folks. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.